guys, welcome back. I wanted to go to a stubble clover field and show you what we were talking about in our last video about stubble clover. So we're in the stubble clover field. We mowed this field off about a week and a half ago, and we can see the young baby clovers coming up. We did get an inch of rain here 3 days ago, and so the clover is exploding in growth. When we look down in the residue, the clover just comes right through the residue. This is a field we did not bale, but we mowed the clover and we laid it flat, and so the clover just comes through that residue. This residue laying flat, we see this was an oats field, so we have some oat residue here. And then we have my little friend ragweed, common ragweed. But if you mow that common ragweed off below the lowest branch, then he dies, and the clover looks good. So now we're going to step over to the bean field, and I'm going to talk a little bit about soybean nodulation. Okay guys, we are walked right over to the soybean field. If she pans this way just a hair, she can see the clover field. Clover and soybeans both fix nitrogen. The dirty little secret that a lot of people don't think about is that nitrogen is 75, 76, 77, 78% of our atmosphere. And so as an organic farmer, one of the things that we have to do is we have to rotate legumes. Soybeans are an excellent legume if they fix nitrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to determine if our soybeans are fixing nitrogen. Come up a little bit closer, honey. This field here, when we planted it, we planted 185,000 population. So they are thick. There's a bean about every 1.1, 1.2 inches. The reason we do that is to get the type of weed control that we have in the background. We want the soybean to dominate in the row. Then we obviously come along with our cultivators that we showed you earlier, and that's how we clean up between the rows. But I'm going to come out here, and we are going to find a good place to dig. Be patient, Boo. Okay. This is one of our clay hill fields. The color on it is not near as pretty as that bottom soil. But if you can zoom up here on this plant, honey. So what we're looking at here, these little lumps on the soybean plant are the root nodules. And what they're doing is they're taking nitrogen out of the air and they put it in the soybeans, help the yield, and then they help the quality of the soybeans. If you're raising human consumption soybeans, it's very important. One of the tests, they grade you on is the percentage of protein. And so it's very important that you have good root nodulation and that you have active nodules. So I'm cutting apart a nodule here. How you determine if a nodule is working, that is a hard one to cut apart, honey, is the interior color. You want the interior color to be pink. What you do not want it to be is green or black. That one had a light brown color to it. You want a fleshy pink color to the nodule. The redder they are, the more actively they are working. We probably should be doing this on a white surface. But that fleshy pink color there, can you get it? That is the color that we want. It shows us that the nodules are working good. The other thing I want to note is I'm shaking this root ball here, get the soil to come off. look at the number of nodules on that plant. This soybean plant right now, since he is potted out and he is starting to fill, these soybeans, his nitrogen consumption is going to go up, 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 because he takes that nitrogen and he puts it into the soybeans, and that's what gives the soybeans their protein. Nitrogen-based protein. I'm going to try and find one more red nodule here, honey. They're not as bright red as I would like them. I love the density, the number of them here is wonderful for this stage of the development of the soybean. There is a super pink one. He was very actively working. That's what you're looking for, guys, in a healthy soybean plant. Thank you.